Super Nations Cup has been played. Here we see the Argentine team coming on the field. Looks like they have been having a bit of a chat. And they'll talk tactics because polo is very much a tactical game. You'll see there are some set plays. I've noticed England from their hit-ins are going to the left. James Harper trying to pick up James Byam. We haven't seen many hit-ins from the Argentine side, but Laplacette, I think, seems to be wanting to bring the ball up the centre of the field. And Sandy Sonatas is sitting out the front. That drags James Harper back a little. So play will start with a throw in towards the sideline at the spot the ball had. No, so I think we had a penalty. Right at the end of that first chukker. So, no, that's right, but it did go out just wide of the post at the end of the chukker. So Argentina will hit in, and this is Raul Laplacette. Now, Santi Sonatas has not gone out too far, so probably Laplacette will... No, he has unloaded, and he takes it to the right. And Sonatas is there to pick up the pass, but he's hard ridden by James Harper. Those two come to the boards. Sonatas keeps the ball in play. Harper stops it. James Byam takes it forward first. Now he'll cut the backhand out for Harper, but it doesn't quite get there. It spins in the air and goes over the sideline. And we'll see a throw in right on halfway. Peter Wright puts the ball in, and it goes right through. No, eventually it's the number twos, and Mark Tomlinson gets possession for England. Now it's stopped there by Marcus Araya, but the whistle has blown. James Harper hitting the ball forward, and Marcos Araya leaning out on the near side to take it back, but he again just pulled his horse across the line at a slight angle, so that means the penalty goes to England, and it will be a 60-yard free hit. So in this case, the defending side is able to come out in front of the goal, up to 30 yards away. And of course, the player taking the penalty hits has to get it past 16 horses' legs and 2 players' sticks. So quite often they will try to put it in the air above the heads of the defending players. But of course, once you put the ball in the air and put any spin on it, it's hard to keep the direction quite straight. So the skill is to be able to cut the ball with backspin so that it moves in a straight line. And today there's a little bit of a breeze. The flags are just blowing towards the clubhouse end of the ground. So that would be behind the ball. It shouldn't be a crosswind effect at all. So James Byam will take the hit for England. We'll see whether he unloads and tries to get it high in the air or whether he'll try and get it along the ground. He puts it in the air. He puts it to the right, I think. And so it's gone wide. So the score remains 2-1. Nice hit by James Byam, but as I said, it's hard when you put it in the air to keep it straight. And that one going out to the right. So Laplacette takes the ball in. This time he goes across the left-hand side, and Ollie Cudmore, I think, has just been unseated in the middle there, but he's up on his feet. And no, it's James Byam, actually. And not happy with the fact that the pony just tripped. Didn't look like a bad fall. The pony just losing his footing and rolling there. and James Bime being thrown clear, so the horse hasn't come down on top of him, but it certainly gives you a fright when that happens. But the pony just tripping, and it's okay. Back on its feet and heading back, thinks I've had enough of this, I'm going back for a feed. James Bime, just the lonely figure of the unseated polo player walking down the field. Argentina just keeping together. They'll keep talking. They're still down by a goal. And, James Bime finally a buggy coming out to give him a lift back for a new horse. And the England side taking the opportunity to just come off the field. So whether they'll make any changes to horses, looks like Mark Tomlinson is heading off the field. So a lull in the game, and a break like this often allows players to just get a bit of focus. Not that when they're playing in this standard of polo they're not focused when they come on in the first place, but just as the game unfolds, mental toughness is a very important thing, and I think the United States team showed that yesterday with only a few minutes to go in the final chukker. They were down by 3 goals, but they just put their heads down and went for it, and were successful in scoring 3 quick goals to make it 8-all at the end, and then they were successful in the penalty shootout. So from what looked like an almost impossible position, they were able to literally pull the game out of the fire. And, James Bime's now back on board. People enjoying the hospitality of the Goldin Metropolitan Polo Club. Many people here today probably are seeing their first ever polo game. This was James Harper. That's Juan Ambrogio. So play commences again with James Bime back on the field. The ball is thrown to the line out, but whistle blows immediately. So whether that was a player coming across the back. Quite often when the ball goes right through the line out and the number 4 sees the ball there and rides to hit it, but of course he's coming at right angles to the actual line the ball has travelled. So any of the other players who've turned up have the first right to hit the ball. So a penalty, a 30-yard penalty is awarded, a penalty 2 to England. They're leading by 2-1. We're in the second chukker of 6. So there's still quite a bit of time to go in this chukker, and it will be James Bime to take the penalty hit for England. From the 30-yard line, again, the Argentine players have to go back behind the line. He'll make no doubt about that one. That's what he does. He pops it through, so England push out to a 2-goal lead. And 3-1. So they're still holding on to that handy lead now. So we've seen 4 goals scored already in only about 10 minutes of polo. So once again the players come back to centre field and line up. Umpire Peter Wright just asked them to give him some room to throw the ball in. It's picked up there by James Bime, but the umpires, once again the whistle has blown. So the reason we have 2 umpires on the field, as I explained before, the ball is travels down the line the ball is travelling, the person travelling closest to that line. So the players try and decide who's got the closest angle. The umpires basically divide the field up into two diagonal halves, and they can watch each play from a different angle. So in a case where one umpire may not think a foul has occurred, another umpire who's more directly in the line is able to see if a player does come across. So unless the one of the two umpires does disagree about a foul occurring, then it's the call of the umpire who first blows the whistle. And in the case where they can't agree, we have a referee, a third man, who is here on the, well, he's on the sideline up in the stand, and he watches the play, and he'll make a decision about whether he thinks a foul has occurred or whether no foul. In the case of no foul, the ball is thrown in on the spot. But this one was definitely a foul, and it's going to be Raul Laplacette to take the penalty hit for Argentina. They're trailing by 2 goals. So this is quite an important one for them. But it's back on the 60. So you see the England side is out in front of the goal in defence. Argentina posts a man on each of the goal posts to try and trap the ball if it's going wide, and it bounces off one of the English ponies, and I don't know whether he got a stick to that ball or not. Haven't heard a whistle, so I think it's just came off one of the ponies' feet and went out way to the right. So the hit in to be taken by England, and see what James Harper does with it. He's been trying to give the lead out on the left-hand side to James Byam, but this time he'll just take it across to the middle. Now he puts it out to the right this time, and it's going to be Mark Tomlinson there. Lovely hit by Tomlinson, and here's Ollie Cudmore right on the end of that pass, brings it down for England. Now, sorry, it was James Byam who'd come through from the one position, but anyway, it's trapped there by Laplacette. Laplacette's shot hits a pony. James Byam onto it again now. He'll bring the ball down into the corner, cuts it across the goal mouth. Doesn't quite get the angle he wants, and probably too much distance, and that leaves it there for Ambrosio now to take it forward. And Laplacette it was, put the ball up on the boards. Arias there, doesn't get hold of it. So trying to pull the ball out now is James Byam. He finally gets us, that's Cudmore actually, same coloured helmet, so gets the backhand in. Now Marcus Araya traps it, brings it forward. And it's picked up by Tomlinson, but then comes Senades, and Tomlinson come back in again now. He'll take the ball down to about the 40-yard line. Can't get the next shot in though. It's backed out there by Laplacette, but James Harper's got this one covered for England. His backhand takes it back into the scoring zone. Laplacette is there. Near side shot by Laplacette is chopped out there by Ambrogio. Ambrogio puts it into centre field. It's backed again by Tomlinson. Tomlinson's shot is trapped by Laplacette, but coming through now is Ollie Cudmore. He goes under the neck, and I've got it right this time. Up in front of the goal, James Byam's there. He'll just tap the ball through, and that puts England out to a 3-goal difference. It's 4-1. And Argentina won, so I think this is probably going against most of the predictions. Most people are saying, well, most people, the general opinion was that this game was going to be very close, but possibly Argentina had the edge. But this England side has settled down into a really nice combination now. They're hitting the ball well to one another. Nobody's taking possession of the ball, swapping positions, and it's catching me out a few times because Harper's coming through from the back. Cudmore's going back in defence rather than playing the one position. There he goes there with a defensive shot. Coming through now is, it's backed in there by Laplacette. It goes out towards the boards. Harper and Ambrosio go for the ball. Ambrosio's next shot takes it down to James Byam to cover for England. He hits a near side shot. Only trips there for Ambrosio, so it allows Ollie Cudmore to come through. His near side shot doesn't get a lot of length. Harper's shot. Now Harper's backhand. Turning up there is Laplacette. He'll play a backhand into centre field. Gets plenty of length on it, but Harper's sitting nice and deep. Saw that one coming. Good anticipation. He'll take it across the field now. Cuts the ball, but the ponies kicked it twice for him, and that's left it sitting there for no, Canades can't come in there, so Tomlinson hits the ball. Now Harper's got it going in the right direction. He'll cut the ball around over the halfway line, puts it high in the air. Laplacette goes back in defence. Harper running down, now the ball's way out to the left of centre, but he's got a cut shot from here. Gets hold of it nicely, doesn't put too much length on it. That leaves Ollie Cudmore coming through now. He'll just come up with Laplacette. They have a nice old, beg your pardon, bump there, and it goes over the back line. So this game's starting to open up a little now. The players taking a few longer hits and a bit more galloping. That may be where England think they can have the edge on Argentina rather than trying to play it close to get them running. That's the natural game for the Argentinians though, so it probably won't worry them that much. They don't really like it when it's slowed down and played tight. They like to see the ball running. La Placette just tapping the ball around at the back there now to get away from Ollie Cudmore. He's able to do that, and that leaves him out on his own, but there's plenty of the England defence coming up now. He puts the ball up to Marcos Araya. Araya's shot will be just a little tap shot, and it hits Tomlinson's pony now. He turns up, no, sorry, it's Harper, and Harper comes through, and the pony kicks the ball over the field. So pony plays soccer and knocks the ball out, so it will be a throw-in just a few yards into the Argentine territory. And we've got about half a minute to go in this chukker. England 4, Argentina 1. So England started this chukker with a 1-goal lead. Will they finish it with a 3-goal lead, or Argentina in this last less than a minute of this chukker to go, are they able to bring the ball down? Here goes Ambrogio. Juan Ambrogio brings the ball to the 60-yard line. He's hooked out of it there by Tomlinson. Tomlinson's shot is covered by James Byam. Little backhand, but it doesn't get a lot of distance now. Santi Canales takes the ball up in front of goal. Oh, and he's pushed it. No, he's got it to the bit to the left, but it's still going to go through. And so that's what the Argentines have done in that last minute. Put another goal on the board. The bell rings. And so we just doubled the scores for each team in that second chukker. 2-1 the score at the end of the first. 4-2. And here's Canades' goal just at the end with only seconds to go on the chukker. He just almost duffed that shot. He just rolled the stick on it a little bit, but it still was enough of the right direction to go through the goal. So back they go to change ponies. And that's the score at the end of the second chukker. Argentina 2, England 4. As I said, the England side seemed to have decided to try and run the ball a bit more, but you could see that goal by the Argentines, although it got trapped a little in the centre and it was a bit messy. It was still their natural game to take a big hit, put it up there where the defensive side have to deal with both the players coming through and the ball coming through.